And welcome back. Right now we have Gregg Johnson with us, a performer who just performed in one of the concerts. Could you give us a little bit about your background?
Well, originally I was trained as a musician as a child. I grew up in Colorado. I then came to California at age 18 and began my formal education studying world music. In other words, I was studying the music of India, Africa, and Indonesia. And through my exposure to these different types of music, I also became involved with the Young Audiences programs, mostly through working with Larry Stein. We have been doing this for about 10 years. We started in 1973 with a program called the Art Circus, which was put on in the Pasadena Museum of Modern Art. And that was designed to incorporate as many different types of arts into one cohesive theme as possible. And that was really the beginning of my involvement with young people and young audiences at that time.
And I'm going to call out some drum names and see if Gregg can play them back to me exactly as I say them.
Anything you want, I'll play it exactly.
We'll see. Here we go. Tete. Tete kata. Tete kata kari. Tete kata kari da. Da. Da.
The children give me some ideas. They give me a lot of inspiration. When I see what is an effective tool for a child to learn or to get excited, then I feel like I might be able to develop that. Sometimes I do residencies in schools where I might stay in a school for 6 weeks and teach every day. So I use these performances and the reactions of the children to really gauge which devices are effective in teaching and in performing. And then I like to share these on a closer relationship with a classroom whenever possible also.
When you're on these residencies, we noticed your equipment, your junkyard equipment. Is it true that some of the kids make some of the equipment that you perform with?
Yes, as a matter of fact, in these residencies, one facet of our program is instrument building. We like to have the children become involved in gathering the materials and the actual construction of certain instruments. For example, if one were to take pieces of wood, cut them in different sizes, and mount them, you can easily come up with a marimba. Involved with that process is the mathematical structure of the pipe, the nodal point which has to be drilled, the little parts of it which demand some scientific, some mathematics, and bring art into a more relevant sphere for the child to comprehend.
And these children are well receptive, are they not?
Yes, I find that most children are very receptive because, in point of fact, they would very much like to be involved in music and involved in art or dance or whatever different kinds of performances that they've seen. But oftentimes they don't have that bridge from their experience at home or at school to what they see on television or what they see on a stage. They need that channel that will allow them to figure out what are the basics. If I need instruments, then I can go and build them. If I need music, then I can think of them. I can think of ideas which will help me, come in with pieces or whatever the child needs to bridge that gap. We're hopefully giving them through these services.
And the children, when they are involved with the concerts, well, with your final number, they had about 15 children up there. Is this a main part of your operation, to try to get the children involved so that they can experience what's going on?
Yes, very much so. We find that in programs where children are not involved, we don't retain the attention span of the audience as well. We have to let some of the members of the audience come up on stage and thereby expose the idea to the audience that they can do it, their friends can do it, and then that tends to loosen up the audience much more. If they see that one of their friends is up on stage and he's playing an instrument or he's conducting, it gets them feeling a lot closer to what's going on. It's not us, it's not the older men or whatever who've come to our school, it's my friends who are doing it. And that way we have a great deal of success in keeping large audiences. Sometimes we'll play for as many as 300 or 400 fourth or fifth graders, which for many ensembles is difficult in terms of attention span and controlling the audience. We find that by bringing people up, by asking questions of the audience to which they can respond, that we really do involve them in our process of making this show take place, and that really holds them right in, not so much that we want to control them, but we do want to be able to expose the largest number of people with the least amount of disruption from the normal short attention spans that one finds with the audiences and children.
Thank you very much.
My
This
pleasure.
morning we've been talking to two musicians from young audiences who have been performing in this community last week, and this is Martin Ponsler reporting from Nogales.